Hello and welcome to issue number 30 of Headline Heroes, a comedy podcast where we take today's headlines and create a comic book origin story. My name is Drew Mick.
I'm Nathan Haynes.
And I'm Tanner Ackerman.
Well, guys, it's Halloween. And you know what I think of whenever it's Halloween?
Babies.
Thor. Thor's coming out soon.
That's right. Babies dressed as Thor. Got it.
Yeah. Well, that's adorable.
I mean, it is pretty cute. Do you think they're going to be a baby Thor in the next one?
Well,
okay. Well, all right.
Tanner?
Okay, Tanner, do you have something you'd like to say?
You guys know what that sound means.
I don't.
Yeah, it's the sound of the
another
Halloween.
Halloween.
It's the sound of the police.
Yeah, it's sound police true. But another Halloween, another spooky or dooky.
Oh, it's our tradition.
It's our
traditional spooky or dooky.
tradition of spooky or dookie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I know
now, what
you guys,
does that mean?
I know you guys know what it means. Don't play dumb, Nate. But I'll tell the audience.
Of course, we know what it means, but there are some people listening who do not know. Maybe they didn't listen in last Halloween.
Yeah, I don't think they did. So as you guys know, I'm a pretty big horror movie fan. I try to watch at least one a day for all of October. Mm-hmm. So I've compiled a list here of ridiculous horror movie premises, and some of these are real, so spooky, and some of these are fake, so dooky would be the other one. So it's kind of similar to Supper or Pupper.
I'd say
a fan favorite.
Pretty much trademark infringement on that. I think you're kind of stepping on Nate's toes with that.
No, but Supper or Pupper was stepping on the toes of Super or Pooper.
Oh, so it's all
really
you're all
stepping.
I think you all owe me money then.
But if I remember, I think Super or Pooper actually pulled from Spooky or Dookie, so I'm not really sure. It's all very complicated.
It's one big circle of life.
Yeah, I mean, it's a time travel thing. It's, what happened first kind of thing.
Here, let me get out some charts and diagrams.
All right, so you're going to read us some sort of premise, and we have to guess if it's real, spooky, or you made it up, dookie.
Yep, and I am, so I'll give you a title and then like a short description. And see if you guys can figure it out. So I'll read it. I'll read this first one, and Nate, you can guess first because I flipped a coin here and it said Nate on it, which was weird.
I see that.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I do see the coin.
Okay. So the first movie premise here, or the title, is Basket Case, and the premise is Siamese twins separated by doctors. One is normal and the other is like a deformed 2-foot big face, essentially. And that one is kept in a basket by the normal looking Siamese twin. They were separated though. So the one that's deformed is seeking revenge on all the doctors that separated them. So they're kind of tracking them down. And basically this Siamese twin horrifying monster pops out of the basket and eats these doctors.
And so the good twin, well, not the good, the regular twin is helping this head.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna say Pooper. I think. Wait, no.
Whoa.
I'm gonna say Pupper. That's a dog. No, that's a Dookie. I'm gonna say.
You think that's a Dookie? Well, I'm gonna say spooky.
All right, so Nate is Dookie and Drew is spooky.
Mm-hmm.
That's a spooky.
Yes.
Oh, damn! Really?
Yeah. Not only is it a movie, it has 2 sequels.
Now, what do they just keep adding twins or what?
No, it's the same too. They start killing like more things. It gets really weird, weirder.
When did they
somehow.
do the crossover with the movie Twins?
That's the third one.
Oh, sick!
But yeah, that's a really great movie. Everyone should check it out.
Wow,
Basket Case.
I honest to God thought I had it on lock.
Yeah, Basket Case is the movie.
It's a very good title.
It is a good title.
Yeah. All right, so the next one here, Drew, you'll be the first one to guess, is called The Pilgrim. This takes place at a casino on an Indian reservation over Thanksgiving weekend. Staff slowly starts getting killed off or just missing, and eventually it's revealed it's this man who's wearing a pilgrim costume who is trying to take the land away from the Indians or Native Americans.
Now, this sounds like an episode of Scooby-Doo.
A little dark for it, but yeah, a little bit.
I am going to say, what's that smell?
Uh-oh.
I think that's a Dookie.
Oh boy. I think I'm gonna also have to go Dookie. I'm not sure if the horror films will do a lot. I'm not sure if they're ready to take on the metaphor of the pilgrims taking land away from the Native Americans. But then again, I didn't think that they'd have a basket filled with a giant head that ate doctors. So what do I know?
All right, so you're both going Dookie?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, you guys got me. That's a dookie. I made that up.
Hell yeah. That's it. I mean, thing is though, Tanner, that was pretty good. That was a pretty good one. Like,
Thank you.
I can totally see that.
Yeah, I'm
Do you
trying
think
to sell
that-
the rights to
Do you
it.
think there's some sort of message in that?
Yeah, don't go to casinos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you
gambling's
go.
bad.
Gambling is bad. Okay, next one here. Nate, you're up. This is called The Stuff. This is about a yogurt, parentheses around that yogurt, that slowly turns you into a mindless zombie and eventually kills you.
Now, is it actually yogurt?
I mean, maybe.
Does it look like yogurt or is it actually yogurt?
It's just this plain white stuff. It's called The Stuff.
I'm gonna say that's. Ooh, this chill in the air. I think I'm darn spooked. Spooky.
All right, you're saying spooky, Drew?
I think there's also a chill in the air, but I pooped myself, so that's a dookie.
All right, so Drew dookie, Nate spooky, and Nate got this one. This is in fact a spooky.
Hell yeah.
It's a commentary on the mindless indulgence of junk food. It was made in the 80s.
Yogurt's good.
I know, it doesn't really make much sense, does it? But they picked that out of everything.
Why?
It's actually a pretty entertaining movie too. I would recommend it again. Okay, so Drew, you're up. Oh, what's the score here? I want to keep track of that.
I think we're
Drew's
tied
got
up.
2
No.
and Nate has 2.
Okay.
Yep, tied up. All right, next movie. This one is called Makeup. It's about an older woman that's obsessed with the beauty of her youth. She's constantly trying different makeups to try to bring back the youth that she once had. One of them ends up being permanent and causes her to have a thirst for blood. So she has this makeup stuck on her face and it makes her go crazy.
That wasn't recalled, or she can't. I think she could sue.
Well, she was the first victim, unfortunately.
Oh. So it's stuck on her face. Does she turn young?
Yes, that is part of it. But
Well, at least
she
you
will
got
lose the youth unless she keeps eating people, essentially.
Mm. I think I'm spooked. I think that's spooked.
You are spooked?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Nate, are you spooked or did you poop yourself?
Man, I'm really torn on this one. Horror movies are weird, but I'm on the fence, like so completely that I'm just gonna pick the opposite. I'm gonna pick Dookie.
You're picking Dookie?
He's gone duked.
I'm gonna go against Drew in the hopes that I picked the right one.
Well, you are in luck, Nate, because that is in fact a Dookie. I made that
Oh
up.
hell yeah,
Seems like it could be real, though, right?
Damn it!
it does.
I thought for sure that was real.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of horror movies.
Yeah, you've basically got the formula down here.
Yeah. All right, so one last one here. So Drew can either tie it up or Nate can steal the win, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this is whose guess? Nate's.
It's Nate's.
All right, this last one is called Frankenhooker, kind of like a play on Frankenstein. A mad
Oh.
scientist creates a monster from dead prostitutes' body parts.
Boy, this is something, huh? You know what? I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say spooky. I'm gonna say spooky. Why not?
All right, and Drew?
I think for the sake of competition, I'm gonna go Dukes on that one.
All right, well, Nate did get it right. It is, in fact, a real horror movie.
Wow, how is it?
This was the only one I haven't seen. I was trying to look up ridiculous movies, and I was a little sad that I'd seen most of them.
Well, I'm questioning your credibility now, so I think no one won here, and we can all go home
No,
happy.
Well, wait, didn't it happen that when you did yours, Tanner won, and then when we did my game, you won, and then when we did Tanner's game, I won. So we had a little round robin.
It is a circle of life right there.
Wow.
We're stepping on each other's toes, and we're winning each other's games.
Well, that was a good quiz.
That was fun. That was good.
I
Tanner.
liked it.
How has your watch been this year?
So far I've succeeded. Tonight I may not get it done though.
Oh no,
Oh shit!
we're sorry.
Are there any
that-
short horror movies you can watch?
Yeah, I could watch like Bela Lugosi's Dracula or Lon Chaney Jr.'s Wolfman or something. Those older ones are always short from the 1930s.
What about Dick Cheney's Wolfman?
What's that movie about, Nate?
I don't know. I got about halfway into that goof when I decided it wasn't really going anywhere, but I went with it anyway.
Dick Cheney is out hunting for a wolf, and then he
Mhm,
shoots
mhm.
you in the face.
I'm writing this down.
I remember because he's out shooting and he is hunting for a wolf, and then at the end of the movie he gets us into a war in Iraq. So that was a weird one. I don't know. It really went places.
Halliburton, more like Howliburton. And that's like everything I know about Dick Cheney.
His first name
It's probably Richard.
It probably is.
No, it's penis.
He goes by Dick for short.
Oh boy.
Good Lord. All right. Happy Halloween, everyone.
Oh yeah.
Welcome.
Happy spooks.
To I think what's going to be, I think we should try very hard to make this one spooky, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
We've
before
done some spooky boys and girls in the past, but I'm all for trying to do it again.
but before we get into that, Nate, what are we doing? What do we do here?
So what spooky thing are we? I see.
Yes.
We done
Me,
put
Captain.
the werewolf before the young teens who are running away. That's like a little cart and horse, and but spooky, you know. So what do we do here? Every week, you, Tanner, myself, we scour the internet very closely with our magnifying glasses and look for the strange and bizarre headlines that we all love to read. We throw them in a list. We select one at random, and we use that as the headline as an origin story for a superhero or supervillain. I know I say this every week, and every week it remains true. I already forgot what we did last week. No, wait. It was Nosferatu, the villain.
Yeah, you
Is that
remembered.
right? I did it.
The
I
love
think people
stealing.
must think sometimes that I just make up that just in order to pass it over to Tanner, I make up that I forgot. But 90% of the time, I just don't remember.
This is true.
So Tanner, you picked an article for us today. What are we making?
What do we got?
Okay, so I'm just gonna be straightforward. I just actually picked one. It wasn't at random because I thought it fit way too well for the holiday.
I'm done.
Hold on, I'm telegraphing this news to the local post.
I could have lied, but I feel like it would have been way too obvious.
Well, now why did you do this thing?
All right, Tanner. I guess.
Drew's back? Okay, I thought Nate and I were going to have to do this.
Yeah.
Okay, so the article I picked is 5 hospitalized in hazmat scare caused by pumpkin spice.
Oh.
Now,
Now, why did you pick this one?
Because pumpkins are orange.
Orange there's nothing that rhymes with it, and there's nothing that rhymes with Halloween. Don't think about that. I see it. I see
Dick Cheney. Nope, you're right. I thought I had one, but no.
Every known word that I know as we've gone through, and it doesn't rhyme with Halloween. Dick Cheney. Okay.
Oh my God, Jesus! It was a pumpkin spice plug-in air
So
freshener
basically, it was just the
that
smell.
someone didn't know what the smell was, and so they alerted the hazmat people.
Huh.
So
Yeah.
they were hospitalized in that they were taken to a hospital, but I don't think that they were actually hurt in any way, shape, or form.
Well, I mean, that's hospitalized.
They reported nausea.
It is, but you really think
I
like
mean, I
when
get
you hear
nauseous.
somebody, if I said I was hospitalized last week, you'd be like, oh my God, what happened to you? Are you okay? It's just like, well, no, I just went there, I guess.
No, I would have been like, no, that makes sense.
Well, okay.
Well, before we get any farther,
No,
happy
that's
Halloween.
okay.
What do you guys think of pumpkin spice? What's your opinions?
I don't particularly care either way. I think people hating on pumpkin spice has sort of become its own sort of meme that I'm not a huge, not real into.
Yeah, but
If you want to eat it, go ahead, or drink it, go ahead. Do I like the flavor?
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's more than fine. It's probably my favorite thing that keeps me going. You know, when you're just laying in bed at night and you're just like, what is even the point? Should I get out of bed? Does anyone care about me? You know, pumpkin spice is what gets you through the day.
Okay, we're gonna put a pin in that, and we'll circle back to that after recording. My personal opinion is it's garbage, and I don't like it.
Well, okay, but back that up. You did work for Starbucks for 10 years.
I did.
So-
No.
I feel like you hate it because of that.
Tanner, 11.
Oh, sorry,
11
11.
years.
Yeah, you're right.
Come on.
We always round, Drew. I'm sorry.
It was closer to a baker's dozen, but yeah, and I worked with it, and every time I opened up the pack or the carton of the pumpkin spice stuff, just no thanks. Smells gross.
How did you feel about it pre-Starbucks? I'm just curious. Same?
I don't think I went out of my way to get pumpkin stuff.
What about your opinion on pumpkin pie? The both of you.
There are certainly other pies I would rather have, but I will eat pumpkin pie.
Mm-hmm. That's about where I'm at.
Will eat pumpkin pie before any other dessert in the world. Oh no, I do like tiramisu a lot too, but pumpkin pie is tied with it.
Mm-hmm.
Then what about a pumpkin spice tiramisu?
I would probably explode from joy. I don't know. Does that exist? I'm gonna look that up later.
Yeah, there's
almost certain
no
it
doubt in
does
my mind
in this
that
day
it
and age.
exists.
I don't know. There's not much pumpkin spice stuff out there.
Yeah, barely any.
I honestly don't know if I can say I've even tried a pumpkin spice like drink, beverage, or like specialty pumpkin spice food in a long time. Maybe I secretly am in love with it and I just don't know it. But
I was drinking a beverage at the bar here in my town, and the bartender just put a pumpkin beer in front of me and was like, "On the house," and I was like, "Oh, you shouldn't have. You really, really shouldn't have." And I drank all of half of it before I was like, "Nah, I need to go home. This isn't good."
yeah, I haven't found one that I've really enjoyed either. I've certainly tried a couple, and none of them really ever panned out for me. So I have since stopped trying unless somebody like gives me a review that says this is a very good pumpkin beer.
Yeah, as a huge pumpkin spice fan, I will say there's probably been like 3 or 4 pumpkin beers I've actually genuinely enjoyed. They usually aren't that good.
Now, Tanner, I can't tell. Do you actually really love pumpkin spice, or is this the bit? I
really do. Like I have loved this since like high school, since before
Tanner?
it became a meme.
Hey, okay, I've turned off all the mics. Just us here now. What's going on? Do you really like pumpkin spice?
I don't know how to tell you this name, but I love pumpkin spice.
Okay. I just want to be sure. I had to be sure.
That's fair.
Sirens
Okay,
got you.
We're back.
All right. So this article, good pick. This is a good one.
Yeah, good pick, Nate.
Good pick, Nate. Okay, so we could go a few routes. The big one would be there are 5 people who now have powers because of some like radioactive pumpkin spice or whatever.
So they're like the characters from the Harlem Globetrotters cartoon?
Yes. In that, what, how?
So one of them turns into like a giant basketball. Another's like a springy noodly guy. One of them has a giant afro that he can pull different items out of.
I'm pretty
Let's
sure
see what
this
else
is
is
just the characters that the Looney Tunes played against in Space Jam, but it has been a while since I've seen that movie.
Hold up, are you guys trying to tell me you've never seen the Harlem Globetrotters cartoon?
I know of it, but I can't say that I've ever seen it.
Thing.
I used to stay up till like midnight with Michael on the weekends to watch that.
Boy, you really partied.
Yeah, it was the only time it was on Cartoon Network. Probably because no one liked it.
Yeah, it sounds real dumb. Not gonna lie.
That hurts true.
Just like Back to the Future.
Just gonna... So Nate, what do you think we should do?
This is why you drink pumpkin spice.
Well, all I'm thinking, Tanner, thank you for asking, is I feel like we should... I'm just trying to think of spooky. So, like, what kind of spooky things could we have in here? Like ghosts? Do they turn into pumpkin spice ghosts? What does that even mean? Like, what other kind of spooky stuff are there? Pumpkin spice clowns? Giant pumpkin spiders? I don't know.
That hit a sweet spot.
What does a pumpkin spider even look like? Is it like
it's
a
just
carriage?
a pumpkin with 8 legs,
carriage?
I guess.
Yeah, and like so many fucking eyes. Like, why do you need that many eyes? Sorry.
Hey, buddy, here. Suck on this. Here's a bottle of pumpkin spice.
Oh, thank you.
There.
That was good sound effects.
Yeah, what's spooky? We need something spooky.
They could have like a pumpkin head
So
and
like
kind of
a scarecrow kind of thing.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Except
and
we've got to make heroes, but well,
oh shit, we're
yeah,
making
we
a
gotta
hero?
make heroes.
I mean,
That's
I
right.
guess we don't have to. I mean, this is Halloween.
I think we should at least keep that part of the random.
Okay. Yeah, we already broke enough rules tonight, Tanner.
Somebody.
What
No.
did I do?
Nothing.
Oh yeah, I picked an article like without random. I forgot I did that already.
Hey, are you all right over there?
Okay, so making a hero out of a Halloween themed thing is a little tougher.
Yeah. So we could do something.
Maybe
something
whatever
pumpkin.
this hero ends up fighting is spooky.
That works. So maybe they're like a fall themed version of Double Shot, like they're Double Shot's cousin.
5 cousins.
Could be. I mean, you probably have 5 cousins.
Wait, let me. Oh yeah, yeah.
Nate?
I have like 3 5s of cousins.
So
my
15?
whole family died in that plane crash. So
Oh yeah, I did know that, and I keep bringing that up.
yeah, I mean, the first 4 times it was like, I guess it was an accident, but now it just feels cruel.
Well, are we sticking to that it has to be 5 people, or can it just be 1?
I mean, it does say 5 hospitalized.
Yeah,
but I guess
4 of them
maybe only
died.
1. Oh, that's tragic.
Well, I mean, are we also going with the real life story that it was in fact just an air freshener? Because if not, we could make the hero related to like whatever caused the smell, I guess.
Yeah, I mean
Doesn't necessarily have to be one of the 5
headline gives
hospitalized.
us that flexibility because it just says scare caused by pumpkin spice. So this could be the coffee. This could be a cookie. I don't know, any other pumpkin spice product.
That's literally anything at this point.
Yeah, like
anything.
Trash bags scented with pumpkin spice. Light bulbs, I think.
Probably.
Yeah, koozies.
Definitely.
Toothpaste. Yep, no doubt. What should we do? It's got
5 people hospitalized. What if they all get powers, but 4 of them go rogue, like go bad?
Oh,
Ooh, they go bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
do
they're
they
using
all
their
get
powers for
the
bad.
same powers?
Maybe the 4 that go bad get like powers that play off each other, or they have to be together to use. Like they all turn into a giant pumpkin together with arms and legs.
we did sort of explore that with Motherboard,
Yeah.
I think.
Also a bit with Double Shot, kind of.
Yeah, we did.
All I can picture is people with jack-o'-lanterns for heads. That's all I can picture.
I keep thinking of that too.
All
Well,
right.
I guess, I mean, it's kind of gotta be that then, right?
Yeah. So what do they do? Do they have like flamethrowers out of their heads? Do they?
Oh, maybe they can like breathe fire because like the candle in their mouth.
Boy, what can you do with a pumpkin? Boy, you can do so much with pumpkin spice. Except superpowers.
They can spit out pumpkin seeds.
Of course.
They can they grow on like vines, like long
Oh, so they could
vines. They could
so
like shoot that out.
what if it's like their body is all vines and it's just their head that's a pumpkin? So like their hands and feet and legs, arms are just vines.
Yeah, so they're like a plant-based. They have
Yeah.
plant-based powers.
We haven't done plant. Let's do plant.
Yeah, instead of poison ivy, it's a pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin pie V.
Yeah. So did we
Except
want
the
to
hero
do
also.
all 5 of them were good people, or do we want to do the 4 went rogue? Because right now we have 1 really good power. And unless we think of 4 others, it's going to be all of them have the same power. Unless we decide that only one of them gets this powers. What's spookier? I think that's what we need to keep asking ourselves.
What is
spookier? I almost feel like a spooky hero going around and trying to like scare ne'er-do-wells is spookier than a spooky hero hunting down spooky villains. I don't know. I did say spooky twice there though. So maybe it's
I
double
mean, that's the
spookiness.
theme. You
It
got to
is.
buzz market that theme. Spooky.
Tanner, what do you think? You're always the guy who comes out of left field
Save
with
us.
the whole answer.
Well, have you guys seen the movie Clown?
You know I haven't. Why would you even
Is it
ask
just
that?
called Clown?
Yeah, so in that
Are you talking about
the-
it? Yes, I have seen it.
it's similar. There's this dad who he hires a clown for his son's birthday, but the clown cancels at the last minute. So
Good.
he flips houses for a living. So in this one house he's flipping, he finds a clown costume there. He's like, oh, okay. He just puts it on then, so that way he can be the clown at his son's birthday party. And then he can't take the costume off, and he starts slowly turning into this like clown demon. So I kind of picture like all these people get away from the hospital just fine, but then slowly they start like their faces turning like bumpy and like, you know, the bumps that pumpkins have.
the gourds?
Yeah, and they start like vomiting blood as they're turning into a pumpkin, and then eventually the vomit turns into pumpkin seeds. And that's what I thought about, but that really doesn't do anything for us.
That doesn't solve anything.
Yeah, but it's kind of a cool idea, right?
I mean, yeah, that is that.
So sorry, I cannot save us this time.
All right, so if there's 5 of them, are they all going around? Is it only on Halloween that this happens?
Oh, maybe only on Halloween they turn into these.
It's kind of a weird power, but I don't know.
Or maybe it's a full moon thing. I don't think we can do a specific date like that because then it doesn't make sense. There's not enough time for them to realize they have powers and then to stop the evil pumpkin spice.
What if their powers
factory
are triggered by the pumpkin spice? Like they're normal until that fall time comes around. Then what's that? Oh God, no! It's time. I thought I had time.
It comes earlier and earlier every year, and maybe if they need it, then they just have some pumpkin spice like in a vial in their pocket or something, and they can like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good.
I see. So then to like keep their identity secret, they have to avoid all pumpkin spice stuff for as long as they can when they're just trying to be in public.
Yeah.
Boy, Thanksgiving's got to be real painful.
Yeah.
The fam. Are they high schoolers?
Yeah.
I think they should be.
Okay, good.
So then we're saying that they do turn into these like the plant body, like the vines for their body and stuff, and the pumpkin head.
Yeah.
And it's all 5 of them.
Yep.
Okay.
And they can shoot out pumpkin seeds. They can shoot vines out and wrap people up. Yeah. Yep. That.
So what are they fighting?
Oh,
Well, now we had talked about the going rogue.
do we want to have them go rogue, or maybe down the line? That's an option, but for right now, it's kind of.
So we're building a little mini pumpkin squad here, a pumpkin patch, if you will.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah.
Yes.
We got a little pumpkin patch. I'm kind of imagining. I just listened to another podcast that was talking about the Breakfast Club, and it's kind of those. Those are the 5 people I'm thinking of right now.
Of course.
Yeah, what were the 5 archetypes again? There was
criminal,
the
nerd.
nerdlinger, the big boy, legs, arms, and Megatron. I got lost somewhere in the middle there.
Yep, nailed it. That's it.
Oh God, I knew it. Got it in one.
Got it right there.
Okay, so wait, did we decide that they're gonna be all good guys?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Maybe
patch.
down the road they someone goes rogue, but let's keep them pure heroes.
Let's keep him pure.
Pure
Oh God.
puree.
Pumpkin puree.
Yeah.
My God.
There it is. Okay, yeah. What are they fighting? They going around on Halloween, it's just like, don't eat that. It's not wrapped candy. Razor blades.
No, they're fighting rampant consumerism. Ugh.
Oh, the biggest villain of them all. Is there any villain that we've made that they could be fighting against?
Oh, you want to
Yeah.
set him up right away?
No, what if? What if?
Kindergeist.
Now he would be trick or treat, but they're here. But oh, Kindergeist. Right. I was getting Kindergeist and Nightlight mixed up.
How could you?
How could you?
Is Nightlight out and about? Do you think?
Oh, he's probably out trick or treating. I
Or
mean,
do you think that the Fear Realm is especially powerful on?
oh, you're right.
Halloween?
All Hallows Eve.
So he's like working overtime trying to hold all these things under these children's beds,
What if
but
he's
there's
like,
more slipping out.
Yeah,
What's anti-Santa doing?
God damn it.
he's not existing. That's what he's doing.
No, I willed him into existence, and you can't stop me come the holiday season.
I'm willing him out of existence. I will that he does not exist. Please.
2 more months.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, we got to have a Christmas episode though,
Oh,
right?
no doubt. He could fight against Kindergeist or Catatonic, I guess, but that doesn't really make as much sense.
Is Catatonic a black cat?
It could be.
The cross is his path, their path, Pumpkin Patch's path.
There's all sorts of things. Like, it's almost like this. All of our creations lend themselves towards Halloween.
I wish there was a way. Well, I mean, I wish there was a way for our pumpkin friends here to hook up with Nightlight to help with all these spirits escaping the Fear Realm, but I just don't know how that would work.
So we determined that Nightlight has a guy in the chair. Remember, his best friend. So what if one of these people that got hit by this is that best friend?
Guy in the chair.
So this time of year, he can actually help Nightlight with the things going on.
I mean,
was
theoretically,
Nightlight's guy in the chair? Was he a high schooler?
I don't think he was. We kind of framed Nightlight as being a younger kid.
So maybe they're younger now. I mean, do we have it set in stone that they're teenagers? We can always make them younger. It's our world.
No, that's ridiculous.
The world belongs to the creations now, Tanner.
What if it's the guy in the chair's older sibling?
Oh, okay. That'd be better, because then the guy in the chair is still just the guy in the chair.
Yeah, we just need that guy in the chair.
So he brings them together.
Yeah, there it is, right there.
All
So
right.
he
So
needs,
like every year, maybe this Pumpkin Patch Hero Squad is helping kindergarten. Or God, I keep getting kindergarten because kinder is in the name, so I think child, but it's not. Is helping Nightlight like every year. They like team up to fight this fear realm as spirits are leaking out. Because it's the one time a year when Nightlight needs the most help.
I'm going to quickly jump in and do a brief description of what Nightlight is.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. All right. So Nightlight was a while ago, issue number 12, back in June, that we made Nightlight, who was a small toddler who.
Well, hold on. He was like, I thought he was like 9.
A kid. He's a kid, and
he was young, but he wasn't like 2.
He's like 2, and he's
like
still
1.
Goo goo gaga, and he's running around.
Poops his diaper a bunch.
Yeah, yep, Dukes right in there. Drops a Duke. He is able to access this thing that we called the Fear-averse or the Fear Universe. That he spent a night like trapped in there, and after he survived there, he conquered his fears and emerged from there, having these powers that allowed him to use his imagination to fight off demons or fear creations that were escaping from that universe that often plagued people under their beds. It was essentially that they were the monsters under the bed. Yeah. Anything else with that?
Did you mention that he can like basically traverse the fear realm to go from under one bed to another bed?
No. Yes, he is. He uses bed teleportation. Basically, he can emerge under any bed, because every bed has is an entrance to the Fear Universe.
Very useful skill.
So yeah, that'd be cool. Have the Pumpkin Patch. I think we named him.
Is this the name of our squad? Is the Pumpkin Patch?
Yeah,
Man.
that's definitely it.
I mean, there's 5 of them, and we could spend time naming them, or we could just name them Bender and
They're all collectively named
Superflies.
Jack and Jacqueline O'Lantern. It's so weird that we all have the same name.
Frank N. Stein. Oh, jeez.
Oh, we could give him like old horror movie names though. That'd be funny.
Drake Ula.
Dick Cheney.
I meant more like the people who played Boris Karloff or
Dick Cheney.
or Dick Cheney.
Yeah. But are we all in agreement that it's basically Breakfast Club people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's too good.
It
It's
has to
good.
be.
Do we need to flesh them out a little bit more? I mean,
they're not really made of flesh
I don't know in
anymore.
what respect.
They're
I'm just
pumpkin.
wondering because I want to make sure we devote enough time to them because we had a good long intro and some good discussion in the middle about
What else?
pumpkin spice.
Is there
I don't know
anything
what
on
else
that
to do,
list
but,
we need to do? Motivation. We got their costume. Well, costume, I guess, is just whatever they're wearing, except they look spooky.
Spooky.
All covered in vines and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Is it kind of like the Breakfast Club where they weren't really friends at all until after they had this hazmat thing?
Yes.
Mhm.
100% that.
I like this.
And then so now they're kind of tied together and like bound together because of this. I guess we could spend some time talking about how exactly they help Nightlight on Halloween. Like,
I picture their first like Halloween being like one of those wacky episodes of a show, like the episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer where they focus on Xander and like he just like is on the sidelines seeing all this different stuff happening.
pretend
So, like,
I do.
So they run into like say Kindergeist for like a 10-minute span and like what's going on and like kind of fight her and then she runs off and it's like what? And then Catatonic happens to be there and they have to like stop them from robbing a bank and they just keep running into different enemies that all happen to be in that same town that night for some reason.
Holy shit, that puppet cult's got to be there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's
Just
tied
ripping
into
off
the
people's
Fear
arms.
Universe.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Hey, if I could float something, Tanner, if I could yes and your scenario here as a sort of something to set up for the future, because I know we had talked about having our next big crossover event be Fear-averse related.
Mhm.
Maybe like maybe this has been happening for a year or two, just to give them and Nightlight some rapport. But like maybe this year for Halloween is like basically the worst it's ever been. And things are creeping through from the fear universe like worse than ever before, and it's attracting all sorts of people like Kindergeist
and puppet.
and the puppet cult and like all that sort of stuff to one area, which could sort of
Yeah.
set up that at some point in the future here, something's going to happen with that. Something's going to pop off in a major way.
Are we saying not whatever happens on Halloween is its own thing, but it's setting up for stuff in the
it's
future?
a sort of foreshadowing.
Got it. Something. The kettle is boiling. and it's about to overflow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
With
and so like
spooks.
God, now I'm doing it. Nightlight is
I'm sorry.
Nightlight is running around town all night trying to like get there. The guy in the chair is just like, oh, there's too much. There's been reports on East 20th Street. We need to get over there. And like the brother walks in, is just like, what's going on? And sees what's going on and says, oh, okay, cool. I don't really care. But then he really does care. And he walks out and he calls his friends. He's like, we can help.
Rogue.
And they all have this weird moment where they meet together and they all pull out pumpkin spice and just huff it in. With our powers combined.
So they're like doing lines of pumpkin spice.
Yeah, it's really a weird thing. Like they didn't need to do that much. They were already pumpkins.
They're just like addicted now. They also are just like Tanner and just really like pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
Molly Ringwald just can't get enough of it.
Neither can other actor in that movie.
Kevin Spacey.
Anthony Michael Hall, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
Emilio Estevez is in that.
Uh-huh.
The guy who played Bender, the shiny robot.
Yeah.
And then Weird Silent Girl.
Joe DiMaggio.
Yes.
Who played that really old guy, sort of a heavyset character? He was the vice president of the United States.
I thought you were going to say the vice principal, but no. Wait, you got me going. Kind of looks like a penguin. God damn it. Yeah, Dick Cheney's there.
They're all there.
the usual.
Dick Cheney just snorting pumpkin spice. He doesn't have any powers or anything from it. He
We got representations of all the cliques in high school, the jocks, the nerds, the Cheneys.
Everyone remembers their first run in with the Dick Cheney.
Oh boy, we said we were going to make this spooky, and I can't think of anything spookier than former Vice President
shoulder
Dick
all
Cheney.
the rest of this week.
Oh man.
Bring on the spook. Cover?
Oh, what is the
comic book cover?
So it's all 5 of them around a big cauldron of pumpkin spice that's boiling.
Mm-hmm. You can see like a little package of Insta pumpkin spice latte.
Yeah, one of them stirring it, and then they're like, there's a word bubble above them saying that thing that witches say when they're doing that.
Which is
bubble,
what
bubble,
now?
Toil and Cheney.
Yep. And then our Lord and Savior Dick Cheney is like,
oh no, are we God leveling him now?
You can like see his like phantom image up in the night sky.
God damn it. Now he's up there now with Tony Robbins and Bill Engvall.
Hey, what do you think Bill Engvall's doing? You think he's getting in the spirit?
If only there was some way we could see what Bill Engvall has been up to. If only there was just some way.
I wish it was like his life, but
up.
expressed in percentages.
Yeah. Is there...
I don't have enough time to actually like call him up, say how's it going. What? Oh my. Oh, he's already, that Bill Engvall, very forward thinking. He's already thinking past fall, and he's on winter. His excitement level about ski season, 100%. He's so excited about ski season.
100%. Jeez.
His golf game, not so good. 29%.
How's
probably
he
thinking
with
too much about skiing, idiot.
Yeah. How's the approval with the misses?
Oh boy. Well, do you remember what it was last time?
Pretty sure 89.
Okay.
Oh boy. 76.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Okay, here's what I think's
I'm gonna
happening.
go clear off the couch because I assume Bill's gonna be sleeping over tonight. Jesus.
Every morning she wakes up and he's just standing there in ski garb. Like, can we?
Time to go, honey.
No.
No, Bill, it's not.
Stop. Yeah. I hate this.
God love
I hate this section that
Bill.
we do.
So yeah, Dick Cheney, for some unknown reason, is watching over these youths.
Yep.
I feel like Dick Cheney's got to be a villain now.
He's like the Charlie to their Charlie's Angels.
No, I just simply no. I will not allow that.
Also, I think we could maybe have Dick Cheney on there as a fun little homage, but I don't know if we're actually going to be able to explain why Dick Cheney is at all involved in the lives of these children.
How about in the background you see a Dick Sporting Good, and there's Dick Cheney at the register.
No. They're in like the middle of the woods, with his, cauldron, and in the background you see Dick Cheney with a shotgun.
Is he gonna kill him?
No, I mean he's like walking past him.
Can we stop talking about Dick Cheney? It's making me sick.
When did we start?
Whoa, Mr. Political over here. Fine, we can stop talking about Dick Cheney. God.
All right.
You never want to talk about what I want to talk about.
Because you're never around for the kids anymore.
What else so I mean, we have a pretty obvious connection to the Pantheon now, so that we don't even need to worry about what is their weakness. We didn't talk about their weakness.
Those teenagers who would always take all the pumpkins you had carved, and they'll go smash them in the street when you're at the grocery store with your mom, and you come back and you're pissed off because your Garfield jack-o'-lantern's crushed.
Yeah.
So it could be those teens.
That sounds Crushing Pumpkins. That sounds like a good band name.
Yeah, let's workshop that a little bit. Let's scrap our idea and make a band.
Just
instead.
a second, guys.
Yeah, let's just do that.
Just put a pause.
Is this a bit?
I was not sure, to be honest.
Okay, no joke, guys. I heard a noise outside. It's super windy here, and a dumpster is making a break for it down the alley. I'm not gonna go take care of that.
That's great.
That's not the first time that's happened. Boy.
What a world.
Yeah. Oh, baby.
It's a wild.
Oh, this apartment's gonna kill me one of these days.
So weed killer? Is that something?
Maybe. Yeah, like anti-plant things. So I just Googled pumpkin killing methods. There's 8 videos of a dude shooting pumpkins.
Okay, so we know they're weak to guns.
No. Who's holding that gun?
Just some white guy in his 50s?
That sounds like someone I know. Actually, Dick Cheney's about 70.
This is an old video.
That's a very old video.
When he was young. He's one of the first videos on YouTube is Dick Cheney shooting pumpkins.
He shoots the pumpkin and the camera turns to him. He's like, all right, let's go hunting.
Boy, I hope I never shoot anybody like this in the face.
Tragedy. What if the weakness is just if they're pumpkins for too long, they risk rotting?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say they have to stay like it forever, like in Animorphs, but very good book series. But no, I like that.
I mean, it would probably take a long time. They have to during the fall season make sure they get away from all the pumpkin spice in order to revert back to humans. Probably weak against some sort of weed killers and whatnot.
Real quick, this dude has 2.7 million subscribers on YouTube.
What?
Well, yeah, dude, he's vice president of the United States and he's shooting pumpkins. What do you want?
Nothing makes sense anymore.
Okay, next episode, we'll come up to Minneapolis. We'll go get a gun and shoot some pumpkins and record the audio for the podcast, and we'll finally take off.
Now, where in Minneapolis are we going to go?
It's a backyard.
Yeah, there's a lot of space back. Hey, I have a whole bunch of space in the backyard now.
Oh, yeah?
What are the neighbors going to do? Come tell me to stop?
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah, them and what gun?
Yeah, did we cover what we need to cover then? Is that everything we need?
Yeah, I think so. The pumpkin patch.
The pumpkin patch. Cool. Happy Halloween, everyone. How was that? How spooked are you? Tweet at us to tell us how spooked you are.
I thought you were asking me.
Yeah, well,
But
yeah,
no,
no,
I
Nate,
would like to hear how spooked other people are.
No, you can only tweet that to us, Nathan.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay. Tanner, how spooked are you?
I'll tweet it at you.
Oh, okay. Tweet me up.
Right now. I'm going to tweet it right now. Hang on. Hold on.
Are you actually...
Hold on. I did it.
No, I'm just going to verify.
Did you pick a random
here.
hashtag like we used to do?
Yeah.
All right, then should I wrap it up?
Yeah.
Okay. For those of you who didn't know, Tanner tweeted at me saying he was a little spooked. Okay.
I also tweeted Drew.
All right, we just got a new update. Nathan has just replied to it, and he is pretty spooked. Hashtag balance.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I will play us out. So this has been issue number 30 of Headline Heroes, a very spooky edition of Headline Heroes, featuring our new superhero group
Team,
the Pumpkin Patch. Yeah, I was getting to it.
so
I thought
mad.
you paused. I thought you were just going to say superhero, and I was like, well, it's a whole group.
They was so mad at you.
Jesus, Nate, can you just trust me just this once?
You
Just
know,
once?
never again.
Just once. I know, the corduroy jacket. Anyway, we want to take this time to thank Brett Jacobson, who created the art for our show. As also, we wanted to thank Carl Sorensen, who created the music that we use at the beginning and end of our podcast. Carl's website is carljsorensen.com, so give that a look.
Yeah, and we for anybody out there who's interested in doing their own podcast, or maybe they're already podcasting right now, Carl is open to. I was actually talking this week with him about it. He is open to like make intro music or like segment music or anything kind of thing that people are interested in looking for. He helped us out, and it was very affordable in that way. So like he's always looking for a little bit of extra work to do for people on podcasts.
And he really does love doing it.
Almost too much.
Almost too much. Thanks, Carl. So, if you have any articles you'd like to see us discuss, our email is headlineheroescast@gmail.com. And we have a Twitter @headline_heroes. So follow us there, tweet at us, send us anything. Just tweet us random questions. We'll answer them. We also have a Facebook page in case that is your jam and that is what you would like to message us on there. Yeah. Also, give us a review of some kind, rating and review. You can do that on iTunes, the Apple Podcast app. You can also do that on Stitcher, which I didn't know Stitcher did reviews. Found that out today. But we would really appreciate that. It helps us improve. Tell us how spooked you were. So, all right, thank you for joining us, and we hope you will pick up the next issue of Headline Heroes. Halloween!
Oh.
Dick Cheney.
Dick Cheney.
I'm Jay.
I'm Bob.
And I'm Corey.
We are the Cretans Guild.
We're a trio of man-children whose friendship predates The Lion King, Green Day's Dookie, the N64, and the Chunnel.
We have backgrounds working in television, video games, radio broadcasting, creative writing, and pizza delivery. That's a large cheese, right?
On our podcast, Nerd or Not, you'll hear us talk about board games, TV, movies, comics, collectibles, video games, wrestling, theme parks. We even did a segment on pizza.
So check and listen to us on Podbean, iTunes, Google Play, and YouTube. And check out our socials on Twitter and Instagram under Cretans Guild.
Welcome to the Guild.